Hey, it's Adam with your daily Google Ads breakdown. So today we're making a video for AirPlus Heating and Cooling. They're out of the San Diego, California area, and they are advertising for mini splits today. So let's go to our spreadsheet to see how they can improve on their ads and then double their conversions over the next month. So they're advertising for Mitsubishi HVAC, which is okay. It's a pretty good keyword, Mitsubishi HVAC. So they mentioned Mitsubishi HVAC in the title, which is great. You might not get away with it in the description. There are a couple of rules for using branded keywords, and it doesn't look like they are using them on the landing page, so they probably can't get away with using the keyword in the description. But that's totally fine. They are advertising to their homepage, which is never a good thing. So the first thing would be to make a dedicated landing page for your ductless advertising. So for all your advertising in general, we make them based on service lines. But if they go here, there's no real incentive for them to get in contact with you because you're advertising to your homepage. You're making them, whoever them is, advertising from the search. You're making whoever is from the search figure out how to get in contact with you on your website, and that never works for advertising. You have to tell people, guide people on how they should get in contact with you. So schedule an estimate here goes to your contact page. This page they initially land on should be a mini split page at the very least, but a dedicated landing page at best. So that's the first thing you can do to double your conversions, which lead to more estimates, and that will help you double it overnight. So you can literally, the stat is a landing page with a menu versus without a menu gets double the conversions. So if you take away the menu, you'll get double the amount of people reaching out to you. But for you, I'd say it's probably, you probably have a 4 or 5 times improvement just by using a landing page, because this homepage isn't even talking to what the ad was talking about. So it's not congruent between the ad and the landing page. You should have keyword relevant ads and then ad relevant landing pages. So that's the first thing we would do. That's the immediate thing. With most of these breakdowns, I can give a laundry list of things, but that doesn't help. The big 3 things I'm looking for: your Google homepage looked pretty good. I don't see anybody advertising on your homepage yet, but you do have heating and cooling in your name. So I would recommend a branded search campaign that'll help you get more clicks to your website, especially if people do start to advertise on your home or on your name. Typically, when your customers are searching for your branded name, they don't include the whole branded name. They do AirPlus plus whatever service line they're going after. So your abbreviated name plus whatever service line. And typically when that happens, other people will show up and steal that traffic from you. So getting a branded campaign going is going to be helpful. It's not going to double your estimates coming in, but it will increase them by about 25% for pretty cheap, because branded keywords are usually less expensive than regular keywords. Now your Facebook page looks pretty good. Actually, I take that back. It hasn't been updated in a pretty long time. So if you are advertising on Facebook, you do want to update it once every 2 weeks. You don't want people going to your page or going to your Facebook page from your advertising and then clicking onto your page and then figuring out, oh, they haven't actually done anything in a while. Let me reach out to them and see if they're actually in business. We get that a ton, especially if you're not updating your page once every 2 weeks or so. And having things like this website link, obviously this was a typo, so having things like that is definitely a problem. You'll see the same. So this kind of looks like spam. Seeing the same thing a couple times on the Facebook page, never a good thing. So updating it once every 2 weeks, and that could be a simple plugin that you use. So something like Bird Eye would be a review platform that you get your reviews from and push them out to other platforms. You can push them out to your social media, which will definitely help you improve your social media presence because you're pushing out reviews, which are good things about you. Now, for your Facebook advertising, you are advertising on Facebook, which is odd because you do not have a pixel installed on your website, but you're pushing people from Facebook to your website, which doesn't make a lot of sense because Facebook can't track and optimize the people that are clicking on your website for conversions. So the first thing we would do, especially if you are advertising already, is install a Facebook pixel on your website and then push data back from your website to Facebook with the iOS 14 update, 14.5, I believe. Most of the people who come to your website, or iPhones in general, are about 80% of the search traffic anyway. Most of those people coming to your website are not going to be able to be tracked by Facebook unless they opt in for tracking, which is a total breakaway from what they usually did. Usually have to opt out from tracking, but now you have to opt in. And most people don't know how to opt in on their phones. This is a little, setting on their phone. So they're not going to be able to be tracked on your website unless you're pushing data back into Facebook, and that'll help Facebook identify who's converting and who's not. But on this page, you have buttons like get an estimate here, which doesn't work. Get an estimate. This one works. Page IDA goes back to, it looks like your home page, schedule today page, okay. But what we would do, same thing with any advertising you're doing, is make it a landing page and not push them around to different parts of your website. Excuse me. So this button should have a pop-up on a form, and then after the form is submitted, that leads to a thank you page, which pings both your advertising platforms, Facebook and Google, pushes that data back in there. And you push their name, email, phone number back into Facebook, so Facebook can optimize your campaigns. As of right now, it's really just sending blind traffic to your page unless you have really, really good targeting done. Starts as fast as 3 minutes. Call now. Okay. SARS-CoV-2. I would be careful advertising that specific thing, especially on Facebook. Anyway, retargeting is going to help you double your conversions and estimates coming in, because if you take about 20% of your marketing budget and dedicate that towards retargeting people who've already seen your advertising, they're already familiar with you, they should already be more inclined to convert with you. Send them back to your landing pages. So you can have a retargeting ad for this is a HEPA filter basically. That's HEPA filter. This looks like an electronic filter. Yes, an electronic filter. This is a humidifier, so that bypass humidifier wouldn't be really, I guess you can consider it air quality. But you have a electronic filter retargeting ad, you have a HEPA filter retargeting ad, MERV 16, whoa, that's big, all right. And then you have a humidifier retargeting ad, and then more importantly, you should have retargeting ads for all your advertising you're doing on Google. So two should work in tandem. You should be sending people back from Google to Facebook and back to the landing page they saw originally, because they're more inclined to reach out to you. Those are the two things. I'm sorry about I'm not really sorry, but the tangent I went on about your Facebook advertising. You should be using the landing page definitely on all your advertising, and that'll help you double your conversions overnight. But for you, like I said, this isn't going to fly for most people, and you can double, triple, you can probably quadruple the amount of estimates coming in from your Google ads just by building a landing page directed towards that. So hopefully you take this and run with it. Hopefully it helps you. Other than that, so I have two recommendations: landing pages and retargeting. I don't see the Facebook Pixel, so install that as well to help you retarget people who've been to your website. And that should be it. Hopefully you take this and run with it. Talk to you soon.